This is about making a law, not just making a point. This is not messaging. This is trying to be able to work in the most bipartisan way we can work. Get it on the floor. Let's have amendments. Let's talk through the process. Equal justice under the law shouldn't be a partisan issue. A friend of mine and I were talking a couple weeks ago, and his comment was, it's not that our founding principles are off. Our founding principles are right. We're still working on trying to be a more perfect union, and we have a ways to go on that. And where we find areas where we don't have a more perfect union, we should engage in those. So let me just give you a couple of examples. Senator Scott's gone through multiple different areas that are in the bill. There's a section in the bill that actually a black police officer in Oklahoma City first raised with me to be able to say, what's the possibility of putting grants out there to be able to help more departments hire black recruiters? And then to be able to help individuals that are coming through the training in the police academy to have that ability. Where communities and the law enforcement don't match as far as ethnicity, could the federal government engage and to help incentivize that? That's one of the aspects of this bill, to say how are we encouraging more people of color to be able to engage in the community where that's been a challenge at times, to say let's break through that. Let's find a way to be able to solve that. We have great assets here, even in Washington, D.C. The Museum of African American History is here. It's underutilized to be able to explain the story of what's the relationship between race and law enforcement. It's utilized by some, but not by most. This is a way to be able to incentivize. How can we use that great resource to be able to tell the story nationwide as well? So this is about transparency. This is about trying to provide information to law enforcement and to individuals. This is about accountability, but it's also about trying to build that more perfect union that we can have. If we're going to have equal justice under the law, then let's work towards actually having equal justice under the law for all people. And as Senator Scott had mentioned before, not to be pro law enforcement or to be pro communities of color, but to be pro-American in the process.